Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Toon review for the show tonight, which, of course, we preview the game at the Camp Nou, the Spotify Camp Nou tomorrow night against Barcelona. It is the early kickoff, remember, so we will be live from 5:15 tomorrow night. Me and the Billy Bob will be commentating on the game. Very much looking forward to it. And we do have the full build-up tonight. We'll see what Eddie had to say in his press conference. Alex has a few choice words about the press conference, and rightly so. But we will come on to that. But in the meantime, good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, and good evening to the Toon Review Massive, the Magpie Massive, and the rest of you outstanding, outrageously good people there in Viewerland.
Good evening.
Now, if you do enjoy tonight's show, don't forget to smash the like button. And, of course, if you are new to the channel and you like what you see, hit that subscribe button and come and be part of this incredible community that we are rapidly growing here on the Toon Review. Memberships are available by hitting the join button underneath us. And, of course, Super Chats are there for you. If you do make a Super Chat, you will guarantee to get your comment read out on the show as a thank you. Right, a little bit of injury news. Obviously, Sandro Tonali has travelled, which is really good. He's been seen running around the pitch as well, so he looks like he will probably play tomorrow. But the TTR illness bug that has gone round, how are you two gentlemen feeling?
A bit better, a lot better than I was.
Yeah, I've recovered now. I've recovered.
There you go.
On Sunday, I couldn't even put my socks on. It was bad.
I mean, that's how bad it is, folks. You know, when a virus kicks around. Billy, what was yours? Were you Trotskys and stuff like that?
I had a really blocked up chest, could hardly breathe.
Bloody Nora.
And I got into bed Sunday afternoon at 5:20, and I got up yesterday at 10:15 at night. Aside from going to the toilet in between, obviously, but
I was going to mention that. What was it?
Just couldn't wake up, couldn't breathe properly, and when I could breathe properly, I slept. It was horrific.
Yeah, some nasty shit going around out there, of course, as there seems to be through the Newcastle squad. But all is well with Sandro, and of course, Bruno is back with the squad. There was clips online of him this morning being greeted by the rest of the team. He will not play any part in the game, of course. He's simply going over there to support the lads. Lewis Miley is still out. Eddie said that it will be after the international break now that we see Lewis Miley. I had to laugh at his little quote where he said that it's taken longer than we thought. No shit, Sherlock. It's taken a while. It's taken a while, but hopefully it won't be long. It won't be long. But of course, there was other things that Eddie had to say. But Alex, you watched the press conference. I watched it. It was. I mean, some of the questions that he was asked were nothing to do with the game, and it was just really poor. It was a poor press conference.
Yeah, I mean, dunce hats and wooden spoons all round for journalists and in the nose to do with the Northeast today. So many people last night and today saying that Lewis Miley was going to travel and has travelled.
Yeah.
No, he hasn't. He's at home. And the questions. For people who haven't listened to it, I wouldn't bother. It is 15 minutes of, Eddie, is this a big game? Eddie, is this a big game for you?
Honestly.
Is this your biggest game? How big is this game? Is it a big game? Game big? Big game. That was the 15 minutes. It was
unbelievable.
A few reasonable ones.
Yeah.
But my God, was it just... Oh,
it was tragic. It was really tragic. I mean, Billy, you can imagine Eddie sitting there and being pelted with, is this the biggest game in your managerial career? Is this a big game for the club? Is it a big game for, the tea lady? I mean, it was just...
We're not ridiculous. Even winding you up. Like, it literally was that.
Just sounds like a complete little waste of everyone's time and effort, to be honest.
It was balls. It literally was balls.
You haven't even got to asking them questions. Obviously, it's one of the biggest games of his career. It's obvious it is. Is it bigger than the Carabao Cup final last season? Maybe.
Well, he gave a hint that it probably is. I mean, I don't know how many times he had to turn around and say that, as I said to the previous question, he had to keep repeating that. And obviously, he was thinking, well, I've just literally answered that question. And it was a bit like the one the other week, Alex, wasn't it? When they asked about Voltemada, and then the next question, how's Voltemada? It was very much in that mold again. And I'm wanting to hear from Eddie about, how he feels about Barcelona, what's going to happen tomorrow, the tactics, how he feels like Barcelona are going to play and things like that. But it was just, it
was low-hanging fruit. Like, there was certainly things. Anthony Gordon, of course, didn't start in the last game because of illness, likely to start in this one. Yeah, so you can definitely reference that. You can reference the fact that Barcelona pulled a late goal back. So now we're going into this game more aggressive than the game plan might have been had we had a lead to protect. You could speak to Tonali coming back from illness, Ramsey not losing his place. Willock's travelled, but you'd imagine it might not be him. Trippier versus Livramento, Byrne versus Botman, Ramsdale versus Pope. Are we going to be cagey? Are we going to try and match them? There's so much you could talk about, and we just went for, do you reckon this is a big game then?
I mean, how unbelievable is it when you're playing Barcelona at the Nou Camp and you have, however people look at it, a slight chance of knocking one of the European giants out of the Champions League. And everybody knows how much of a big game this is. And we said, I referenced this over the last couple of nights, that it's a huge week. It's a massive week for Newcastle United.
Oh, yeah.
And starting with this game, and it doesn't come any bigger than Barcelona at the Nou Camp, or maybe Real Madrid at the Bernabeu, but this is as big as it gets. This is what the Champions League is all about. So continually to ask the manager how big the game is. I mean, to be fair to Eddie, I wouldn't have blamed him if he's just got, well, you've all just seemingly got one question to ask us, so I've answered it. I'm off. It's been a long day, traveling and all that, and training. I'll see you later. It was pathetic.
Actually, there was one thing that they asked that wasn't just related to that. Who was it? Was it Luke Edwards? Somebody asked about Tonali's agent spouting his mouth off again, and Eddie just went, I'm just going to listen to Sandro, and that is it. It took about a minute to get to that conclusion, but yeah.
Listen, I know I said yesterday that Sunderland is a massive game, and for me it is. I've explained that. Being a Newcastle United fan from the Northeast, I hate Sunderland. So, of course, that is a huge game for me. Now, a lot of other fans who don't tend to live in the area have already said that Barcelona is huge as well, because they don't see they don't get the huge build-up within the area, and that's understandable. But this is Sunderland, right? And that game will come. But this is still huge tomorrow night. You know what I mean? I'm not taking that away from anything.
This game is bigger. Let's not inflate the Mackems' egos by suggesting that the derby is anywhere near as close to a big of a tie as a tie in the Champions League and against a club like Barcelona. They are not even towards the foot of the stool in terms of importance in comparison to a fixture like this. Let's not give them the satisfaction. They are not big enough to be in this conversation.
Absolutely.
I disagree with that. 100%. It's 130 years of local history.
It's a bragging rights game.
Between
it's a bragging rights game.
Nah. Yeah, look. I get where Alex is. I get where
financially, obviously, it's a Champions League game. Financially, it clearly is.
Yeah, look, I get where Alex is coming from, and to a degree, he's right. But once this game is done tomorrow night, the attention and the build-up starts literally straight away for the Mackems.
Oh yeah,
and
if we empty the tank against Barca and we have a wobbly game against the Mackems, whether it's a win, a draw, or a loss, you want the effort to go into the Barcelona game, right?
There is no way that they will not be fired up for the Sunderland game. They know they'll let the fans down
Did you
badly.
Watch the first game, Paul?
Yeah, they should.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. They know they let us down badly. And there's a lot to be. I don't know whether you saw the fan forum last night, guys, but a lot of the people that were on were actually, talking 4s and 5s against the Mackems. So they want, and it's not so much going with the heads; it's going with the hearts and wanting to stuff them.
The landscape's different this time round, right?
Yeah,
we were very hot and cold stylistically, couldn't get any momentum. We were putting in weird performances. and they were doing quite well. They were an unknown quantity, but
to be honest, Alex, Eddie did say during his press conference that the lads are probably in the best frame of mind that they have been all season, which was really positive because of the previous results they've had. So that's good. Steve says sick of them asking about Trips' future at the club. Oh God. They asked Kieran himself about it as well, and he was pretty dignified in his answer. Bruno, member for 36 months. Evening, guys. Do you think tomorrow is going to be a big game? Well, yes, we do. Indeed, we do. By the way, I'm being bantered by a Manchester United fan on X because
who they got you?
Well, they haven't got anybody, Billy. Funny enough,
tomorrow.
but I'm being bantered because I put out that. Obviously, I don't know whether you are aware, but they've admitted that Jacob Ramsey's yellow card should not have happened. His sending off should not have happened.
Admitted it.
No. The big wigs have admitted, and this Man United fan's just having a right. He's lost the plot on X with me. Because I just keep laughing at him. So
I mean, they lost the game anyway. So
I know they just can't let it go. They can't let it go. Anyway, Eddie, the first thing Eddie said when we did hear a little bit about the game, he says we've got an experienced group and players who have played in so many big games now. You want the size of the game to lift the players and to make us grow. Certainly, we can't shrink. And from my side, it's about getting our plan right. Now, this was on a question regarding. How the players will feel going out there tomorrow. Will the occasion get to them and things like that? And Eddie just sort of replied, well, no, because there's so many internationals who've been involved in some very big games already in our squad. They'd simply have to go out to do a job, Bill.
Well, this is it. I mean, the days of you sending a side over to playing European Champions League football this late in the season, and for them to be inexperienced, it just doesn't happen anymore. So there should be some kind of knowledge of what's coming. Surely there is. Plus, I believe that the new camp's only half full anyway because it's.
I think they're opening another bit tomorrow, so I think the capacity is 61,000 tomorrow.
Which is nothing like the usual, is it?
Yeah, but it's not exactly many more than what they get in St James's
or
some of the away games.
I'm feeling like that. So
yeah,
I think that they'll be all set up for what's going to come at them, and it's about how they deal with themselves on the pitch, nothing to do with off the pitch. I think our fans will make themselves heard wherever they are in the world. So, yeah, I don't.
Well, there's 10,000 Newcastle United fans in Barcelona right now.
I'm going to have a little gamble that them 10,000 will outsing the 51,000 Barcelona fans.
Yeah.
Whether win, lose, or draw.
I don't think there's any doubt about that, to be honest. Greg's been a member for 10 months and says, heading up to the Toon from Essex on Friday, absolutely buzzing for the derby. The atmosphere will be electric, and the missus has paid for a stadium tour.
Ooh.
Fantastic.
I will also be coming up on the Friday, by the way.
Yes, you are travelling up to soak up the atmosphere in the northeast. Billy will be hosting Matchday Live on Sunday against Sunderland. Is it a noon kickoff?
It is. It's a noon kickoff.
Yeah.
11 start on the Toon review.
12 on a Sunday, isn't it?
Now, Billy, you will be out of bed at 11:30 on a Sunday morning, won't you?
I get up at stupid o'clock these days.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's Sunderland, isn't it? So, of course, you'll be
6
up
in the morning.
Yeah.
Stupid times.
Absolutely. Now, on Sandro Tonali, obviously travelled. He was all smiles as he got on the plane in Newcastle, and he says, we'll have a look at him today. Today's the first day we've seen him, so it's an opportunity, hopefully, for him to train if he feels strong enough, and then we'll make a decision on him tomorrow. I mean, Alex, since then, we've seen Sandro training. The journalists have been putting little clips of the training session in the new camp, and he seems to be running at full pelt. So hopefully it's good news on Sandro, because we really need him in the side tomorrow. Yeah.
So maybe this is going to be a bit hypocritical of me based on what I said about Anthony Gordon the other day. If somebody's 5 or 10% off, you rotate. We don't have any other midfielders that are fully fit. Joe Willock, in theory, is 5 or 10% off. He's a doubt. We're not sure. Miley's not travelled. So unless we're putting square pegs in round holes, a 10% off Sandro is the best option in this case because there just isn't anyone else. Whereas the forward line, you have other people that could step in. So Sandro's just going to have to put his best foot forward and maybe channel his inner Jamie Vardy and pop a can of Red Bull and just go for it because obviously we've got to make sure he's managed for the rest of the season and he's fit for the weekend fixture, which is of some importance. Some people tell me. So yeah, I don't know, Paul. I don't know what you want me to say. Sandro's got to play.
He has, and Billy. I mean, as Voldemar did okay at Chelsea, but we really don't want to see him in the midfield against Barca, do we? I mean, let's be fair. We need proper midfielders in their proper positions tomorrow.
100%. Yeah, and unfortunately, Nick Voldemar doesn't fit into the side tomorrow, as far as I'm concerned. Certainly not midfield, but he would never be in midfield anyway. I'd sooner play a youth team player for midfield than a striker that can't play there.
Yeah, I mean, we I mean, how many times have we said the couple of wins how we've looked a little bit better without Voldemar certainly in the midfield.
And he had a fairly good game against them.
He did. He was okay against Chelsea. Yeah. I listen, we were all dreading the midfield against Chelsea, weren't we? Because of the lineup, but they did really, really well. Now, on Lewis Miley and Joe Willock, he said Lewis isn't with the squad. Unfortunately, he's trained at home today. So we're probably looking at the other side of the international break for him. It's just taking a bit longer than we hoped. And with regards to Joe Willock, he has travelled and we'll have a look at him in training, but fingers crossed he will be fine. So, I mean, it's the old fingers crossed again, but he was out there training tonight as well, which is a very good sign. So, I mean, I doubt he's 100% fit, though, like you've just said, Alex, because he came off clearly with a little groin problem, and that can't exactly surely disappear in 2 days.
No, and obviously you've got to look to the weekend as well. So, but I think despite a lot of people writing Joe Willock off, he's still a wild card. He's got the athleticism. He knows how we play. It doesn't always work, and there's a lot of chances where he can't hit a barn door, unfortunately. But he showed against Chelsea that he's still got enough. He's still got enough, and I don't think it would surprise many people if he went in the summer, just because there's not really unless we sell superstars, there's not many that we'd get a good return on investment for to re-put into the squad. So Willock is low hanging fruit in terms of is he, isn't he? We don't know. Let's just take a fee and reinvest. So I think we need to just squeeze the most we can out of Mr. Joseph Willock for the rest of the season, even if it's in this game, whether it's a substitute appearance or not, because he can make those annoying runs and he is very athletic. So
I think he's having a fairly good part of the season.
Well, I was going to say, Billy, I mean, it's not going to be bad to have on the bench, is he, Billy? I mean, if we go with the midfield we think we're going to go with, to have Willock to come on, given that he's played a lot better lately, that's not a bad option to have.
Yeah, 100%. With his pace and his, he likes to get forward, and we may need that at some point tomorrow. Who knows? Who knows how the game's going to go? But I think Joe Willock will be an attacking sub if we need one. Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, as well, on tomorrow's game, he says the details of this game are going to be important, dealing with their strengths and also trying to produce our best moments. I think when you consider the two games we've had against them this season, we've had some really good passages of play, some good opportunities to score, but we haven't beaten them. So that is going to be the challenge. And it will be, Billy, won't it? I mean, we beating them it's all right drawn, it's all right performing against them, but losing. But we've got to do it tomorrow.
Yeah, anyone thinking it's a done deal, we're just going to go over there and roll over Barcelona, and vice versa, in my opinion. I think it's a real tight game to call.
Yeah,
if we turn up on our best and we strangle Barcelona and stop them from playing, we can win the game. There's no doubt about that. But at the same time, they could come out and perform like some of the superstars that they are and blow us away. So it's one of them games that you haven't got a clue what's going to happen. It's going to be hard to predict the result as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
It really is. It could go anyway.
Now, there is one match taking place at the moment. Bodo Glimt are in Sporting tonight. 3-0 up they were from the first leg. However, Sporting are currently 3-0 up in the second leg. So it is 3-3 on aggregate. But the other games tonight, guys, I mean, are we hoping that... look, there's two ways of looking at this, because I was reading something yesterday that said if Liverpool win the Champions League and Aston Villa win the Europa, there'll be 8 places available in the Champions League next season.
I don't think it works like that.
Well, I don't think it does. I think what he meant to say was there'll be 8 European places, so the top 8. Certainly, so I think it was a misprint.
Top 5 Champions League, and then it's 6, 7 Europa, and 8 Conference.
Yeah, so that would, I mean, that's quite a boost as well, isn't it? But I mean, we're having to rely on Liverpool winning the Champions League. That's, I mean, Arsenal, Leverkusen tonight, Chelsea, PSG, and Man City, Real Madrid. Of course, I would expect Arsenal to get through that one, but Chelsea and Manchester City face a hell of an uphill struggle in that one.
I don't want Man City. I want Madrid to beat Man City. I don't want to fucking play Man City again.
It's well within the realms of possibility for Real Madrid to mess this up, certainly.
It is, but I don't want them to.
Yeah. We'll see. Now, also, Eddie said on the preparations for tomorrow's game, he said, it's another game. The process you go through before each game is the same, regardless of who you're playing, regardless of the competition. We try to treat every game as if it is a Champions League final. We'll do the work in the same way. We're in a very different environment, one we've never been to before, and we'll enjoy the game when it comes, but we'll only truly enjoy it if we deliver what we know we need to, and I think we're in a good place to do that. Now, Alex, that was basically... round about the 4th time, I think he said that during the press conference when he kept getting badgered. We have another host, Lady Sam.
Apologies, I'm late. I've just finished work.
Yeah, that's fine, no problem at all. But Alex, I mean that was the sort of 4th time that he had to say that. That it is literally he's looking at it as another game, same preparation, same as we always do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't believe that for starters, and that's more about his preparation for his past games, not how he's approaching this one. You're telling me that some of the crap we've produced this season.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say. Treating every game as a Champions League final. Well, dear God,
like the
God
Brentford loss at St James's Park. Are you telling me
that
all the analysts and the coaches went, right, guys? Here's the whiteboard. This is going to go great. Like, absolutely no way. There's no way that happened.
Underway. We're playing Bayern Munich in the final.
Yeah.
Baltimore, if you're doing a defensive header, just try and flick it backwards. And then if we... No, absolutely not. So, yeah, it's just a throwaway cliche. Yeah, we'll treat it like any other game. But I would prefer maybe if we turned over a few extra stones, Eddie, maybe. It's quite a big game, as the journalists have told you several times.
Yeah.
What
now,
are
Sam.
those stones?
Many stones.
What
Many
stones do I
stones.
kick an hour?
Many.
Well,
Sam.
Maybe Kieran Trippier still.
Yeah. We had a conversation at the start of the show, Sam, about how the mentality of some Newcastle fans, sort of who live away from the area in the build-up to the Sunderland game. Obviously, we know how.
Right, let's settle in.
we know how important. Obviously, this week is. Tomorrow is a massive, massive game as well. Yeah. But as a Newcastle United fan, and obviously you live in the area like myself, the build-up to the Sunderland game is like no other.
Absolutely not. It's something so special. It's like an electric atmosphere on match day. The tension is incredible. You want to throw up and have a party at the same time. I love it. I absolutely love it. And there's so much riding on this time. There's so much riding on it. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. I'm very excited about it.
So where do you sit with the Barca game tomorrow? Are you looking at it as just wait till they get this game out the way, then start the Sunderland build-up, or if somebody asks you right now,
in here, Paul.
yes, if you were to answer right now, What's the most important game for you in the next few days?
The derby.
There you go.
You knew she was going to say that because I said the opposite time. So he's deliberately trying to throw a hand.
No, I'm not, Alex. I'm just.
No.
It's like we said that obviously people who live in the Northeast, it's a very different build-up because you guys don't see.
We have one Mackem in my village. That is it. He's the only Mackem in the village, literally.
Is it the village India by any chance?
The village India, absolutely, yeah.
Do you know what? Yeah. The delivery guys who come to my door are asking us who I follow, like what I think the match is going to be like. Like the conversation builds up over a course of weeks. So by the time that the day comes, everybody's just bursting with anticipation for it. Like last time I was out in Newcastle. It was absolutely fantastic. And it is just something so special about it. It means so much to this area. So absolutely the derby's the biggest game of the week for me.
Well, when you have Mackems in your family, like I do have Mackem family, unfortunately.
Yes, so do I, Billy.
Who will be on my case. Yep. So what if we were to not beat them? However, I have no Catalonians in my family, so if Barcelona beat us, this all. So,
Pontmag says you don't get enough Barca out of the Champions League every season. This is bigger than Sunderland for me.
Fair.
Everybody's going to feel different. Everybody is going to feel different.
I think it depends on. I think we're missing a factor here. We're missing a factor. If we beat Barca and the derby doesn't go well, or if we lose both. It's different, isn't it? Because you've then got that, we've put a lot into the Barca game and we've progressed into the next round of the Champions League. Whereas if we just lose both, then it's...
I mean, listen, if we win both these games next week, you can guarantee that all the Newcastle United blokes will be running around with massive erections all week, just celebrating the victory. It's euphoric. And let's hope. By the way, tomorrow we have a French referee, guys. He's called Francois Letexier.
His name is not Francois from France.
It is, yeah, Francois Letexier, and the VAR guy.
You know a brother called Joe years ago. Joe the taxi.
So sassy. The VAR referee is from.
He's a fucking referee. Don't know who he is.
He's the VAR man is from Belgium.
Oh no!
So
pissed up on fucking my Belgian beer, stuffed full of Belgian chocolates.
Yeah.
The French referee stuffing fucking onions and fucking snails down his throat. We've got no.
Wasn't the ref who did us in that first in the away PSG fixture? He was French, wasn't he?
Yeah, that'd be fair, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
let's play PSG and have a French ref.
Yeah, that would. Yeah,
they are biased, but they're not biased.
No, you can have the same.
You can't have the same country.
No, you can't. No,
can you not?
No. Abu says we can win if we have our on-target boots on. Kev Green, a member for 33 months, has just saw Saturday, first time back for Hall, Botman, Chow, and Tino. Just imagine if we had these for more games. Michael McIntyre says, hi, Lady Sam, looking great. Toon. And Choppy, been a member for 14 months now, says, hi, Paul, I'm not splitting hairs. I want Newcastle to win both. Hell, yes.
Ideal.
Absolutely. I tell you what might be interesting. Should we put a poll out? Which is the bigger game?
Oh,
yes. Let's see how.
Can I just say as well that this refereed England-Spain Euros final.
What was it? Can you remember? Was it any good? I can't remember. I
don't remember the referee being the reason we lost.
Sounds about right.
Southgate was the reason we lost.
Yeah.
I think though, Billy, a lot of conversation on the fan forum last night though was it's disappointing that we're more worried about the officials than we are of Barcelona because of the way things have gone for us lately.
As long as I had the bloke we had last week, I'm not really bothered because the bloke.
To be fair, he's officiated. He's done some Saudi Arabia refereeing this year, so you never know.
Oh, that's
he might like us.
And we've got Anthony Taylor in the derby, haven't we? So I'm a fan of Anthony Taylor.
Well, we'll see how many times you call him a stroker on Sunday, Billy.
I'll say I'm a fan of his. I praised him for one game he refereed when he refereed us against Spurs of the week.
Spurs were god awful. They couldn't have fought their way out of a paper bag then.
But he refereed the game really well, to be fair.
Well, we'll see how that develops, because I'm sure Billy will lose his rag with the referee. But the poll's up, guys. Which is the bigger game for you, Barcelona or Sunderland? And we'll come back to that a bit later on in the show. Because it's intriguing to find where you guys stand on that. Now, Eddie did mention the mood in the camp. The players are probably as confident as they have been at any stage this season. I think our recent performances have been really strong. The individuals in our team are performing at a really high level, so hopefully we're peaking at the right time, but we need everything to go our way tomorrow. We don't underestimate the size of the task, but we believe in ourselves at the same time. Now, Sam, that comment to me sounds like he's having a little bit of when he says everything needs to go our way. I think he's obviously talking about the officiating as well.
Gotta be. I mean, do you know what? I think neutrals' opinions of that refereeing said everything that we need to know. Obviously favourable to Newcastle, the decisions that went against us. Yamal simply should not be playing. And it seems dreadfully unfair that this wonder kid is still in the match, given what's happened. So I think it's fair comment. I do think the cards are as ever close to the chest on this one, but everything does need to go our way. And do you know what? Interestingly for me, does that mean player attitudes? Because Paul, you mentioned about something about Wissa, like going into the dressing room and
you
didn't say anything to the camera and stuff like that. Like I think that's an interesting angle on this as well, because surely
see, that's a question. That's a question I would have asked in the press conference about Johan Wissa. But no. How big's the game, Eddie? Is it big for you, Eddie?
I think Sam's missed
the dressing room, didn't he? Look, he misses a bloody net, so he's not in front of the dressing room, is he?
Well, he's probably still walking around Stamford Bridge, yeah.
Billy, by the way, you'll love this. Anthony Taylor's referee in the derby.
Oh, no, he is, yeah. That's what I said it.
Yeah, I mean, David says there, the ref that messed up the Aston Villa game is officiating the derby. He's not. It's Anthony Taylor. They put a big name in charge. I think he's one of the top ones, isn't he? Or classed as one of the top ones. Incidentally, the referee that did our Barcelona game last week, he has been removed from duties in the Champions League this week. He has been pulled from European games this week.
Strange, isn't it?
Well, weird, isn't it?
How come they always get pulled from games after the referee does? It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'd be intrigued to understand how their performance is reviewed. How is that looked into in terms of, the quality in which you do your job? I would love to understand that, because some of these decisions that are being made, they are fair enough, but it seems dreadfully unfair that an entire club and fan base have to take the consequences of bad refereeing decisions, and they get a behind doors slap across the wrists, if even that.
And Howard Webb sits there typing his emails every week. I mean, I don't know whether you know, Sam, but before you came on, it has been announced that Jacob Ramsey should not have been sent off against Manchester United. He shouldn't have received the second yellow for diving. But this is all too late. I mean, luckily we went on to win the game, so it didn't really affect us.
Yeah, but wouldn't they announce that the day after the Man United game, so he could have played in the next game? What are they waiting till after he's done his ban? Bollocks, isn't it?
Yeah,
of course it is.
Absolutely.
Of course it is.
Absolutely.
I mean, in rugby, if you foul someone that the referee hasn't seen, you get retrospectively banned. They look at it. You can cite someone. He kicked him in the face without the referee seeing, and they look at it, and he can get banned for it. I think after that Lamine Yamal performance at St James's, we should be able to cite that and say, look, that's a yellow card, that's a yellow card, that's a yellow card. None of them yellow cards. Why is he playing? I think he should be able to.
And do you know what? Off the back of that type of repercussion, I would say, Billy, would would we start to see fairer decisions towards Newcastle United? Absolutely, I believe that we would. I think the bias would come out of it. I watched Chris the other night, who made a really good point about the commercialism of it, and these big name draws in. Do we, are they getting like a word in the ear? I'm not saying that they are or anything, but it makes you think when you're seeing so many bad decisions.
I mean, even something as churlish as Paul Tierney standing in the centre circle while they're huddled around him.
Oh,
to me,
gosh.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. That should never be allowed to happen.
He should ask to leave it and book them if they don't let him leave. Like,
he's got the whole pitch to do a huddle. Why here, where I'm standing?
Well, Keith Hackett made a very good point on that, saying that, Tierney had already said before the players came out that he didn't want that to happen. And the fact that they sort of circled and Tierney didn't move, Keith Hackett said he should have shown some balls, some authority, and booked the captain, which of course was Reece James, and told them to get out of the centre circle. And everybody's just laughing at Rossini, of course, for saying they wanted to respect the ball. I mean, I mean, that's just bizarre as it comes. That respecting the ball. Dylan, thank you. Says Barca game for me. Financial stuff, obviously, but if we're not getting Champions League next season, then we at least need a good showing this season and try and tempt players in. I do get the rivalry though. Look, the thing for me is if we go and beat Barcelona tomorrow, Billy, then that's incredible confidence, incredible morale going into the Sunderland game.
Absolutely. And for the rest of the Champions League campaign, because if you can beat Barcelona over two legs, you can beat anybody, Yeah. So, for the rest of the season, it'd been an outstanding confidence boost. And I don't think the Mackhams would be too pleased coming to us on the back of a beating Barcelona in Champions League. They'll be like kittens in the wind, man.
Kittens in the wind. Okay. Well, look, Sunderland fans are not entirely confident about this weekend because they do have a lot of injuries, but obviously we'll cover that on Friday. Or, sorry, Billy and Alex will cover that. I'm away on Friday night for an evening away. So,
where
Billy
are you
Alex,
driving up.
Oh, yes, you are. Okay.
Where are you going?
I'm going out.
You don't go out.
No,
hang on a minute. I'm sitting in front of this fucking camera every bloody night. I'm allowed some time off.
Where you going?
Just out. Just out.
Just out.
Me and Susan's going out.
Oh, day night. That's nice.
Well, it's a Mother's Day present, but
How come you're going then?
It's not Mother's Day.
It was a really selfless gift, Billy.
I've booked the table. 7:30. She's got first break.
Well, Billy, we might have to do the preview for the Sunderland game. Although we might have to do it Saturday.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I've got a date Saturday.
Have you?
Me and Pamela.
Pamela Anderson, yeah.
Is it? It's going to be a summer war.
I love it.
Oh, dear me. I haven't heard that for years, Pamela Anderson. I've never heard it for years. Dear me. Christ on a bike. Anyway, now, one man that did have a lot of praise for Newcastle this morning was Barcelona manager Hansi Flick. He basically said that the Barcelona have been training very, very hard and very focused on this game. They know how dangerous Newcastle can be. He mentioned the physicality and the aggression that Newcastle show them, and they have trained for that specifically, and they know that if Newcastle go for a man-to-man marking job on them, it's up to Barcelona to try and find the spaces available. He was very complimentary, and he was also very complimentary about Nick Voldemade, saying that he's a wonderful striker for Germany, and he also said about Eddie Howe playing in midfield, and he said that Eddie sees him day to day in training, and he doesn't have a problem with seeing Voldemade in midfield. He said it's up to Eddie at the end of the day. But Nick has a fantastic attitude to playing football. He has a fantastic attitude to his team, and he will do anything for the team. So he was very complimentary about that, and also about Yamin Lamal. He wasn't asked at all about the yellow card situation and whether and what his thoughts were on that. But he said that obviously he was left out of the weekend. He was left out of the starting lineup. He's been fantastic this week in training, and he is raring to go. So I guess, Alex, it's a compliment that you hear Barcelona's manager talking about Newcastle like that, because clearly they're worried about us.
Well, he's got a safeguard against looking like an idiot if we do it, because we are capable of doing it.
Yeah.
So he's got to do the logical thing. Rooney Bargi played on the wing against Sevilla for them in their La Liga fixture. By the way, Sevilla, you were useless. You did not do us any favors. Vlachodimos was pants in goal. The 92-year-old Alexis Sanchez rocked up and did bugger all. They were crap. So thanks for not wearing Barcelona.
I still forget he's still playing, Alexis Sanchez, to be honest. I keep forgetting.
He shouldn't be. So Hansi Flick's got to say that, because we've upset people in the Champions League in the last few years, and we've beaten, let's not forget, we beat Liverpool, who were arguably one of the top 2-3 sides in Europe last season. And we've beaten big sides this year. We've taken Barcelona close 2 games on the spin. So flip of a coin, all it takes is a few of those chances to go in. Like the game at the earlier stages of the season, we wasted a few chances. We were better than Barcelona considerably in this more recent fixture. So they know they've got to pay us that respect, because if they switch off for 10 minutes, we can definitely punish them. And then the tie will be over and they'll be out. So they've got to be respectful. It would be unnecessary and silly to be too cocky anyway, because there's too much could go wrong for you. You might as well just be polite, which Hansi Flick normally is. I
kind of like Hansi Flick though, because he's not one of these obnoxious managers, is he? He always comes across as a decent guy. Even in the
there's been a lot of positive PR for him recently on purpose because of the whole Xavi thing and the voting and the elections. So I don't know. There's a little bit of that.
Yeah, but Sam, the game. I mean, we have to go from the word, literally from the first whistle tomorrow. We have to try and get in their faces and not be pegged back and not be pinned back, because a lot of people said that the draw last week was probably beneficial rather than going there 1-0 up and parking the bus. Like maybe that mentality would creep into us. But with it being 1-1, we have to go at them as well.
Yeah, there's the occasion factor, of course. I think the physicality is going to be extremely important to this battle. I think for me, like Joe Linton, for example, just having Joe on the pitch, I think would be absolutely a tremendous tactical positive for us in that respect, and with the speed that we have as well. I think we can outrun them. I really do think we can outrun them. I think the drawback going in now level is that they know a little bit more about our recent game. They've seen us. They know some of the tricks we have up our sleeve a little bit better. So I hope Eddie prepares the lads for that. What else have we got in the tank to show them? Because it's there are going to be moments of magic that are going to be required.
I mean, Billy, the luck has to go our way as well. We do have to have a bit of luck, but I guess that's the same in any game, isn't it? That we have to have a bit of luck.
Yeah, we may need Aaron Ramsdale to perform out of his skin. We may make deflection to get us a goal. You don't get to the Nou Camp and dominate Barcelona for 90 minutes. It just doesn't happen. So, yeah, there's going to be some luck involved somewhere along the line. But, I mean, we might have a bit up our sleeves as well, tactically wise. And I don't think we're going to go in the same way as what we did at home. I think there'll be a different formation involved.
By the way, Sporting Lisbon are now 4-0 up against Bodo Glimt. 3-0 down from the first leg, 4-0 up in the second. They have turned it. It's in extra time now, yes. But they apparently have been completely dominated, Bodo Glimt. And I'm surprised, because they were the surprise package for me in the Champions League. I expected them to get through that tie, especially with being 3-0 up and the way they've played this season in the Champions League. But
and they're at home. Are they at home?
Who? No, Sporting's at home, mate. They won the home leg 3-0. So they're in Lisbon tonight, but it ain't going well. Luis Suarez, one of the scorers, by the way, for
No.
It's not the Luis Suarez because he plays for Miami.
Oh,
Yes, Billy, I'm just winding you up, matey.
I was like totally bought into that. Like, really? Get in. Good for him.
Yeah, there is another.
There is another.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Kieran Trippier was interviewed, and again, it was mainly about his future, to be honest. And some questions were asked saying that, we know your contract's up, and he kind of batted it all away. And just said, look, at the end of the day, I know my contract's up at the end of the season. However, I'm not even thinking about that at the moment. He's basically concentrating on each game coming for Newcastle United. Eddie was also asked about Kieran Trippier, and Eddie just said, look, it's all about the rest of the season now. It's all about Kieran's influence in the dressing room and on the training pitch. Funny enough, he didn't mention away from the football, but he's very busy in that aspect as well. He's got a very busy life, Kieran Trippier.
He's very busy in that aspect. I bet he is.
Yes. But to be fair, I mean, you can see what Eddie means, Sam, because he's been such an inspirational signing since obviously our first of the new era at Newcastle. For
me, Trippier was the talisman. I don't think if we had the draw of Trippier and the career that he's had at that very start of this era, then we wouldn't have maybe got the signings that we had. Like we needed somebody in that position as a draw, as a player draw, and I think that was Trippier. He's continued to be such a great servant to us, and even now there's times when we're having to call on him probably more than we would expect, and at times more than we would like. But the guy does a job. He communicates fantastically on the pitch. I think he's a really great person for the youth to be around. I'm a fan of Trippier, and for all when Tino's injured, like who would I rather have, Trippier or Kraft? I'd have Trippier all day.
Yeah, well, I mean, Emil Kraft certainly won't be there next season. He's done for the season anyway. Look, I think Trippier, even if he doesn't start tomorrow, which I don't think he will, I can't see that. He has to go with his best players tomorrow. But he's fantastic to have around the dressing room, and certainly for big games like this. Let's put a team together then, shall we, for tomorrow? Have you got the graphic, Alex, or not?
I have indeed.
Okay.
I thought I'd just put this up first, just so everybody can visualize how far we are in the competition. We are in the last 16, guys. So if we can get past this hurdle or get over this hurdle, we will be in the final 8 teams in all of Europe.
Wow.
If we win, we play Spurs or Atletico Madrid, don't we?
I believe
what
so.
What sort of question is that, Billy? If we win, we play Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, you never know. Spurs, well, you never know. Imagine if they did.
No.
I mean, who would I prefer? Spurs?
No.
Just imagine, though. Just imagine for a second. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but imagine it.
Who would we prefer? It would be obviously Spurs because they're shit.
I don't think Spurs could beat
There is no way they're turning that around tomorrow. Not a chance in hell.
I think if you give them the chance to play a championship side tomorrow, they lose to 75% of the championship teams because they are in such a bad place. They're just in tatters, and they're behind by 3 goals. Anyway,
if Spurs turned that round, I would eat a bull's penis. It's not happening. They're going out.
Somebody call the butcher.
And where are you going to pull that from?
I have a guy.
Yeah. I might know Sam would have a guy. Yeah. Dear me.
Right. Just to show you the website predictions, which of course are normally pretty dodgy.
Yes.
No Botman, no Livramento. They've got Voltemada in a 10. They've got Murphy out on the right. This is FOTMOB, by the way. So lunacy, absolute lunacy. This is better reading. This is probably closer to what we're going to see. I am a bit shocked that Tino's not going to get the nod, but the fact that Kieran Trippier has been on press conference responsibility and duty, whatever we're calling it, means he's probably going to play. It'd be weird. It'd be weird to stick him in front of a mic.
I
for
don't
15
think that,
minutes
Alex. I
and
think they've
bench
stuck
him.
Kieran Trippier there because he's.
You think he's mind games?
Yeah, of course it is. There's no way Tino doesn't play tomorrow. I'd be
I would
absolutely
love
amazed.
that, but Eddie Howe just doesn't really play mind games. I really hope you're right.
Kieran Trippier has played in Spain, maybe getting Spanish questions.
Yeah, but that was mentioned, Billy, actually, to Eddie, and he admitted that Trippier had been telling him about, his time in Spain and reminiscing and stuff. So
it just concerns me. It concerns because Rafinha had a bad day last week against Trippier. Rafinha was poor. So I think they will have done their homework. Rafinha will be wanting to have a better game this time round. And Rafinha has just come off the back of doing that to Sevilla. Absolutely.
Oh, he was a monster.
Ripped
Yeah.
their heart and throat out of the team single-handedly. Look at the left side. Like, I know Danny Olmo's probably not going to start, but Cancelo and Rafinha will start. So, yeah, they've absolutely been working on their left-sided attack. So if Kieran Trippier is going to play, he needs to have his Red Bull and his Weetabix probably mixed together, which is why I would prefer Tino. But anyway, you wanted to put a team together. Oh, God, what's he doing up there? Let's quietly move you down there.
Yeah, let's take Murphy out as well, mate, before I have a heart attack.
He missed the pitch.
Now, the question for me is, will he go with the same back four, or will Dan Burn come in? Or will he go five at the back?
I want Botman because I think Burn should play against the Mackhams.
Agreed.
I don't think it's going to work like that, though.
No, I don't either. Get Murphy on quick. Get Murphy on and Langer on.
Yeah, I think Burn will play both games, to be honest with you.
Do you? Oh,
I do, I do. But I don't have a problem with Dan Burn at centre-back. I think he's I do not have a problem with Dan Burn at centre-back. I think he's a fantastic... He's still got a lot to offer at centre-back.
Yeah,
I would rather see
and as well as Botman,
yeah,
but as well as Botman played at Chelsea, is he firing all cylinders yet? Or do you go?
Could he go with three at the back and two wing backs?
Well, that's what I just said. Billy.
We'll go there. We'll go there. I think this is the most likely. This is the low hanging fruit. That would be my starting lineup.
Apart from Trippier, I'd put Livramento in, and that would be my starting lineup.
Yeah, I definitely would make changes to this, but I think this is based on the information we've got, the most likely lineup.
That Trippier there might be good. He's got his always ultras on. Look.
Yeah, he has. He's got his little hands out as well. Yeah, he's got his little flippers on.
Really?
I would prefer. I would prefer that Botman and Tino personally, because I think we need to make sure that first pass is good. We need line breaking passes. We need good switches, vision. Because we might be in a situation where if Barcelona do really crank up the possession, we need the first couple of passes to be really solid.
Put a comment up about something here. I just need to put this fellow right.
Mm-hmm.
He says, no, Billy, not fall at the back. Never works. It's accepting defeat. I refer you to last year's semi-final of the Carabao Cup, my friend.
Yes.
Where we did it twice and beat Arsenal twice.
It has worked. It has worked. Absolutely. But it hasn't gone too well in games this season, though.
But if we do it this time, we'll have to play 12 players.
Yeah.
How do we want to do it? If we're going to do a back five, because I think he would want to play Barnes.
Yeah, but for me, Alex, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but Elanga for his energy and pace, I think is more. I don't know whether you guys agree, but I just don't think Barnes is still firing all cylinders anyway right now. But as you said last week, Alex, Barnes can be on for 85 minutes and then don't take him off because he's capable of getting something out of the blue, isn't he?
I'm happy to always have Barnes on because if he has a bad day, it's still a 7 out of 10. And he's the most clinical player in our entire squad. He knows where the net is more than anybody in our however many players we've got, 29, 30 players.
What were you going to say, Sam?
Yeah, I love Barnes, and I probably agree with Paul on this point. I think from my perspective, I can watch games with Barnes in it, and for large portions of them, he seems quite anonymous, and then he comes out with a moment of magic, and that could be the winner. That could be the game-changing point for us. I agree with Billy. I want Elanga's pace, and credit where it's due. He's been putting some really nice crosses into the box recently. We just have to be able to anticipate them and have the foresight about where they're going to be. So yeah, that's my sort of stance on Barnes.
Well, Julie's just made a good point in the chat, actually, and saying, do we start with the 4-3-3? And dare I say, if we're winning the game in the second half, does he revert to 5 at the back, similar to what he did on Saturday against Chelsea?
I think you need to stay in the game as long as possible. I don't want to see us go 4-3-3 and get overrun, and before you know it, you're 2 or 3 goals down.
Yeah, but we don't want to sit back though, Billy, because we don't play well.
You don't necessarily sit back with 3 at the back, do you? Because
you don't. You don't. We tend to, though. That's the problem, isn't it? We've got 5 at the back before.
I mean, against Arsenal last year, if we can do it against Arsenal, I think it'll work against Barcelona.
A lot has changed, though, Billy.
I haven't said that. We haven't got Bruno or anything like that, so
there's no rat in this team either.
Yeah.
I disagree. I would like to try and match them. I'd prefer to be brave because I think we can. We did it at St James's Park. But
I agree.
I say match them, we still have to accept that they are more technically gifted as a team than us in ball retention, in passing, in finding space. So you just have to be really rigid, and there's no reason we can't do that with the traditional system. People just have to be really switched on. So this is more often than not.
The thing is, Alex, I think everybody accepts that Barcelona will have, in parts of the game, Barcelona will have a lot of possession.
Absolutely.
But it's how we deal with that and not sort of chase tails all night. But when when we have the ball, we have to make the most of it.
Yeah.
Not just welly it away.
It's why we need the midfield to be really combative, and as soon as we get the opportunity to exploit a high line, because they're at home, they're confident, there will be space, in my opinion. There will be space, and this is why I would like to start Livramento, because if we can spring an attack like that and have Barnes and Joe Linton arrive in late, sort of back post, you need to leave runners back. But I think we've got enough to hurt them on the counter. Possibly hurting them through build-up is going to be tricky. I'm not sure there's enough quality here to hurt them in build-up. Although saying that, I think this is a huge turn from my opinion on this man from 3 months ago. The one man who I think can hurt them in build-up in this 11 is Ramsey.
Holy shit! Pick my chin up off. Where's my chin gone? It's hit the floor somewhere.
Just because of his little close control.
Absolutely, he's right.
Bit of a mazy central run. He's the only one that's pulled it off to any success in the last couple of months. Joe Willock less so. He's just more afterburners. Whereas Ramsey's got, if they don't pay him enough respect, he's got enough quality to just sort of wriggle into that sort of area. Whereas the rest of it's just going to have to be counters, good communication, get your head up. You've got to be on the same page. Maybe
Brandon thinks it's going to be Gordon, Asula, and Elanga.
No chance.
It would be funny, but I'm not sure that'll work twice.
By the way, big congrats to Will Asula, by the way. Called up to the Denmark squad for the World Cup playoffs. He's into the full squad. Yeah.
Good on him.
Set pieces, by the way, guys. Set pieces. Malik Chow and Dan Burn, get your head on it.
100%.
Because we got Joe Linton in there as well. We got some big players. Well, I say big. We've got 3. The rest of them are not particularly tall in this 11. But those 3.
We might have to weather a storm early doors tomorrow. And I think it's very important that we weather it and we quieten the crowd down.
100%.
I think if we can get the crowd to quieten down, then we're doing a job. And just not. I think it's so vital we don't concede early.
I think if they watch this on Saturday, they will be aware of the counter-attack, especially because the goal we scored was a massive counter-attack goal.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not sure we're going to play anything like the Chelsea game, though. I think that's not the blueprint to try.
No, but the goal itself was a counter-attack goal. It's the best chance of the game. I mean, they won't defend as poorly as Chelsea did, of course they won't, but they'll be aware of it, no doubt about it.
It's a showcase of our intent and ability. Like, it attacks the best form of defence for me, and I think we always look best attacking on the front foot.
Niall's asking if Willock deserves to be dropped. I don't think it's, to be honest, Niall, I wouldn't see it as being dropped. I think given that he's probably still got a sore groin, you know, if we're openly honest, the best three midfielders available for tomorrow are those three that are on your screen now. That is the best three that are available. And we have to play our best players tomorrow. I wouldn't class Willock as better at the moment than Ramsey, Tonali, or Joe Linton, as well as
Paul,
he's
it's also about the traditional position of the midfielder as well. Like, Willock is not much of a sitting, distributing, shielding midfielder. So having Sandro just because he's a different profile is necessary. Because although to be fair, Ramsey did a really solid job of it against Chelsea. I don't want to test it against Barcelona. Let's not play pretend positions against one of the best teams in the world.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I think for me, that is hopefully going to be the lineup tomorrow, and hopefully the lineup that goes and gets a bloody good result and has us singing and dancing. Tyneside updates, hope you're well. I do think Sunderland game is more important, especially for our European hopes for next season. The draw last night for Brentford was big. We need to win. Cheers, Liverpool. Chelsea, Liverpool, Villa are all weak. A few wins gets Champions League. And Sammy says, love the channel. Keep up the good work, guys. How are the lads? And Asker says, choosing between Elanga and Murphy is as difficult as deciding whether you want to go by rowing boat from England to Iceland with Piers Morgan or Simon Jordan.
I think that's really harsh. I think Elanga had a great game against Barcelona, and then Murphy got subbed on and got an assist immediately.
Isn't it great that the hatred of Piers Morgan and Simon Jordan travels to Iceland now? I love that. Well done, Oscar.
That's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, I had a laugh at Simon Jordan this morning talking about the huddle. It was hilarious.
Can we just mention something, by the way? This has not come up today in this show.
Not about
so
Chelsea,
far.
by any chance? About
Chelsea, the cheats. Yeah, that has to be raised.
Yeah, I thought you might have something to say about that.
It's good.
The people that haven't seen it, Chelsea, with loads of financial irregularities, secret payments that have essentially funded David Luiz, Eden Hazard, Willian, the core spine of their team that have gone and won titles and Champions Leagues. It was all through secret payments, and their punishment is about 10 million quid, a suspended transfer ban
for a year.
It's not going to suspended for 2 years, so it's a year's transfer ban, but it's not going to kick in for another 2, and a 9-month academy ban, so they can't sign academy players for like 9 months. Whereas every other team that's even gone remotely close to the line, such as Forest and Everton, get immediate points deductions.
This is a different quantum,
and I don't
yeah,
care
but Billy, it's along the same premise, though. It's not fair, really. I mean, we know that if but if it wasn't Chelsea or one of the cartel, if it was another club, they would get points deducted. We all know that.
It's very similar to the Man City stuff, though, which is kind of something they're not going to get done either.
Well, apparently, if Man City get chucked out the Premier, get relegated from the Premier League, the Football League have actually said they would not welcome them. They would have to start literally from non-league again, which isn't going to happen because they would never do that to Manchester City. It would be mental, but it's so blatant. Anyway, you guys, you three can think about your score predictions because we'll have a look at the poll. We asked you what is the most important game this week for you. 69% said Barcelona.
Wow.
And 31% said Sunderland. I am amazed at that poll result. I thought it'd be a lot closer than that. But hey-ho. Incredible. I thought it would be closer, though. Right. Billy, we'll start with you tonight. What's your prediction for Barcelona?
It might be a long night. I think it might go all the way to penalties, you know.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, he said it. He said it. He said it. He said it, everyone.
Nah.
I think it might go all the way to penalties. Well, that's a good thing, isn't it?
Billy, man, do you think your nerves will be able to take that?
Probably not, but who cares? No. We'll find out.
Billy, do you really want to watch Anthony Elanga take a penalty?
Oh, he won't go on the pitch by against that, so. Fuck me. It'll be Jacob Murphy. Oh, for fuck's sake. I would say one apiece, and it's going to go to penalties.
Oh. Lady Sam.
I hate that Billy said that out loud.
I know he said it. He said it.
I'm going 2-1 to the Toon and Gordon and Ramsey to score.
Gordon Ramsay?
Hey, Gordon Ramsay here.
Right.
Right, I'll go next. Oh, God. I mean, where do you sit? You've got your head saying one thing, your heart saying another. I think we make history tomorrow night. I'm going 3-1 Newcastle. I think we are going to be...
Is the total score of the two games, or you think tomorrow's 3-1?
3-1 win tomorrow night.
Wow.
4-2 on aggregate.
How will the goals go?
I hope we go 2-0 up. I think Barca pull a goal back, and then we go and score in the 90-odd minutes, and the fans just go delirious. I'll be throwing my head.
You can honestly see us trying to get another one. Fucking no chance.
Catch them on the break in the last few seconds of the game, Billy.
Lying on the fucking ground like that in front of the goal.
Jacob Murphy clean through, dinks it over the top of the goalkeeper into the net. And you know what it is? My headphones will be flying. Things will be getting knocked away. They'll be... I don't know whether I'll wake up shortly and drown in me cornflakes. But you know what? Why not? Why not? Alex.
I'm going to go for a win as well. I'll go for
Get it! Yes.
I'm going to go 2-1. And even though we've talked about all this counter-attacking and speed, I'm going to go with the monsters. I'm going to go with Dan Burn to get the first, similar to the cup final. And then I'm going to go with Joe Linton to get the second. I think we'll be 1-1 and Joe Linton's going to score and it will be the winner. And he's just going to do some kind of Hulk smash celebration and everyone's just going to lose their minds.
Hulk smash celebration. Love it. Love it. So there, if anybody thinks we're negative, you can stick that up your ass because we are very positive about tomorrow. And hopefully, PSG have scored already, by the way. So they're ahead against Chelsea. That's over. That's done. But there you go. Right. Yeah, it's over. We will be back, me and Billy, at 5:15 tomorrow afternoon. Set your alarms. Make sure you don't miss it because it is an early kickoff. God, I hope that they are drowning in their tears into the paella tomorrow night as we advance to the next round. Hopefully we will. 5:15 Matchday Live. Kickoff is 5:45. Join me and Billy. Watch the game, but listen to us on commentary as normal because it is by far better than listening to the TV commentary. That's a certainty. And hopefully we'll be celebrating at the end of the night. But thank you for all your contributions tonight, folks. Thank you, mods, and of course to Billy, Alex, and Sam. And a massive thank you to you guys for joining us. If you are over in Spain or going out there, enjoy yourselves, stay safe. But for everybody else, we will see you tomorrow night. But in the meantime, good night.
Well, that's us.
Come back and check out, see, breathe.